begging for more. I was near the ground. I didn't know, holding me tight, looking at the shore. I was not your sound, baby, get downtown. Baby, get downtown. Baby, get downtown.
Cek cek satu dua cek cek cek. Halo, oh, yang tengah aja, ya yang tengah.
Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, more on them later. Now I've been playing around recently with the Viltrox 23mm f1.4, specifically for video. Now this is an APS-C lens, it's pretty tiny, nearly the same size as the
Cek 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 cek.
and a decode aperture range. Now it is a 23mm f1.4 APS-C lens, which is the equivalent of a 35mm. Now I shoot with the 24mm G Master, which is also an f1.4 on the A7 III, quite frequently in crop mode, which is the equivalent of 36mm. Now that lens costs more than $200, but it's also f1.4, much like this, so it got me thinking,
Test test.
$1,500 lens compared to a $300 lens, which is pretty much the same in crop mode. So I went out and shot a bunch of different video, whole different kind of different clips, and that's mostly what you're going to see in today's video. I'm going to give you a bunch of different examples showing you how both lenses compare. We're using 23mm on the A6100 and then 24mm in crop mode on the A7 III. And I tried to get as similar of a shot as I can using I'll pop a link down below in the description if you're interested, but it lets you put two cameras right next to each other and it's pretty good for comparing cameras and lenses. Everything is shot in 4K and I matched the exposure from each camera using the camera's exposure meter. Tried to keep the settings exactly the same where I could. Sometimes there's a little bit of shutter speed difference, but a tiny amount you probably won't even notice. Colors were kept the same, both were just standard, contrast -1, saturation -2. Other than that, just straight out the camera, standard color, not a picture profile. So let's go over what I found and my observations, and remember all this is based on video, no photo today. Now the biggest thing that I was wondering about is the autofocus, probably you were as well, and for the most part it's fast. Probably one of the fastest that I've seen on a third-party lens, albeit it is quite loud. It almost sounds like a quiet crunching compared to the near-silent focus on the 24mm G Master. Here's the sound right up close just for comparison so you can see how loud it is.
Cek cek. Aduh.
The way that both lenses focus is a little bit different. The 23 is more like a bam, focus, whereas the 24 is like a smoother, steadier focus, and I personally prefer it. It looks a bit nicer. There were actually a few times where it struggled, but not much. And then there were actually times where it was quicker than the 24mm G Master, believe it or not. I don't know how that's possible, but it did happen. So it is a little inconsistent, but in general, for a $300 lens here, I'm pretty impressed. Here's a few more tests for you to see.
How about the autofocus up close, if it gets this close? Out of frame. Another autofocus test. Out the frame. Back in the frame. How does it handle it? A bit closer. We'll get this boat as well in a second that's coming up here. That one.
Hi, my name is Sagi Haviv, and I'm a partner and designer at Shamayef Geismar Haviv in New York City. Over the years, our company has designed some visual identities you might recognize, like those for National Geographic, NBC, Animal Planet, Mobil Oil, Chase Bank, and the US Open. When people ask me what I do, I tell them that identity design is we start sketching and drawing, which takes place on a continuum between distinction and simplicity. How special can we make a mark while still keeping it simple? How simple can we make it without becoming generic? The beauty is in the balance. Every design is a solution to a problem. Our practice is a response to a client's needs. But the difference between good work and great work is the search for something beyond solving a problem. We're looking for an artistic quality. In this Domestika course, I will guide you through this creative process using basic principles of logo design, and I will share with you experiences we had with some of my studio's most prestigious clients. Through the process of working on a logo and identity for a client, we will explore our own identity as graphic designers. Who do we want to be as practicing professionals? This course will help you elevate your work and your portfolio. As a final project, you will learn to create a logo design for your own client and to build a convincing case. First, we will talk about what it means to be a designer and an expert. We will define the criteria for an effective logo and analyze some of the designs that you submitted to us. We will then put the theory into practice and walk through
Now, I was under the impression that the A6100 and the A7 III had the same color science, Sony's newer color science. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's at least what I thought. But anyway, on the Viltrox, it is a lot more saturated, and I'm not a huge fan of the saturation. Now, bear in mind I had both cameras set to -2, and they still look really saturated on the Viltrox. So, is what it is, but here's some more examples for you to take a look at. Now, even though the settings on both cameras were exactly the same based off of the camera's exposure, the Viltrox appears darker or more contrasty in nearly all the shots, in fact. Now, I don't know if this is characteristics of the lens or just because of the angles that the camera's on, because they were a slightly different angle to get the same field of view, maybe the light. I don't really think that because in nearly every single shot it's the same. So I kind of think it's more a characteristic of the lens that it is just a bit more contrasty, which is entirely possible. Before we go any further, let's talk about Skillshare. A couple of courses have popped up on Skillshare recently that I think you'll be pretty interested to take because they are by people that you very likely know. Now, if you're not aware, Skillshare is an online learning community for creative people like you and I. Courses are available when you are, so if you have a spare hour or you're on your lunch break and you want to jump on and learn something to your heart's content, you can do so. There's also no ads to sit through, which is always nice, and it's decently priced too. An annual subscription works out to be less than $10 a month. So the two courses that I want to tell